You may be also like, oh my god, that's Sephiroth music, this is great!
I hate this song.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Alright, so here we are. The final boss fight. This angelic mishmash of something or other. I don't know. I like how they play off his one wing though. One-winged angel, all that other good stuff. Is Safer Sephiroth. I don't know why they called him that. That's really weird. But it's Safer Sephiroth. I'm again just gonna kind of give you an idea right now. Of course you can't steal, he doesn't drop anything, no experience, yada yada yada. But his HP is between 80,000 and 400,000. Now what determines how much HP he has? Well, first off, every character, not counting Aeris, that is level 99, he will have an additional 30,000 HP. His attack will go up by 2, defense go up by 20, magic will go up by 5, magic attack up by 5, I meant. And his magic defense goes up by 16. Wow, we got a Shadow Flame. Very nice. I took it like a champ. Good job. So there you go. Every character minus Ares could give him an additional 30,000 health. If you use Knights of the Round against Genova Synthesis, he's going to gain an extra 80,000 health. And then, like I mentioned before, every time you killed the head of Bizarro Sephiroth from the fight before, he loses 100 HP for every whatever. Let's see, what does that mean? Yeah, so he could have quite a big stat boost depending on how you play the game, which personally I like. I think that's a cool concept to have in a game. You know, depending on how you play determines the final outcome of the battle. But I agree with you in the fact that this fight probably didn't need to happen. Probably didn't need to happen at all. But, no.
It didn't.
So now he's up in the air. There's really nothing we can do until he comes down. He's going to do 3 moves. First is going to be, and this is, it apparently has a very strict pattern that he follows. He'll do Pale Horse, which will be his first move. Barrett can still hit him, by the way, because it's long range. So there you go, Pale Horse. And then after Pale Horse, he's going to do the dumbest move ever, Supernova. And then his third move is going to be either Break or Heartless Angel, which that determines how much health he has left. So, if you think Knights of the Round is a long attack...
It's literally 3 minutes. Sit back, people. Make some popcorn. It'll be done by the time this is done.
Yes. It also brings up a very interesting point.
And why I hate this fight.
Oh yeah, well that too, but we're gonna get that next. So, he summons this energy bolt, this comet, if you would. This meteor, if you would even more. From the far-off reaches of space. And it literally comes through our solar system. And you know this, because as it goes through, there's Pluto. Hit the select button, so actually we can get the full effect of how dumb this is. There's Saturn, which apparently it destroys its rings as it goes through. And then, of course, apparently it skipped Uranus, it skipped Neptune. Those didn't count, but Pluto counts. That made me happy by me. Blew a hole in the Jupiter, and then there it goes. And then I think it misses Mars.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's the sun.
It's the sun. So then it misses Venus and Mercury as well. And destroys everything. So now... Oh, there's Mercury. Alright, Mercury dies. Because the sun's imploding. Oh, bye Venus.
Venus is gone.
Yep, bye Venus. You were nice. I like looking at you at night. I can see you.
And there's Earth.
There's Earth.
There's Earth.
There's
Right there.
our planet.
Our planet, the one we live on, the one we're on right now.
Right.
With the sun coming towards us.
We
The freaking sun.
Yep. What's even weirder is I didn't even think we were on Earth. I thought this was supposed to be in some undisclosed planet in the universe.
Bear in mind, no one's moving.
Yeah.
It's slowly coming at you, and you're just like, ah.
Yeah, that's a thing that just happened right there. That's
That's why you prep with a Mega Elixir.
Right.
It does static damage, 30 seconds of your total health.
Jeez. Yeah, might as well just kill him with what we got, right?
Now, here is why I hate this fight, and why, in exchange, I hate this song. What's the point of worrying about him having a materia to summon a meteor if all he has to do is just like lift his hand up and he can call a comet that'll just blow apart everything and anything in the solar system?
Yep. Ow!
What's the point?
Did he just do Heartless Angel?
Yeah.
Alright, well, lucky for us, his next move after this is he drops down, but that means he has less than 25% health. So, in a sense, this last battle took less time than the one beforehand. We beat him!
Done.
We beat him! That's
I
it.
hate that fight.
And he went through only one, full cycle.
Hero drinks. They're broken.
Yeah.
They're broken.
That's awesome.
Hero drinks are broken. Internet. Hero drinks are broken.
That may be something we should have told our viewers on, episode 1. Well, better late than never.
Welcome to Final Fantasy VII playthrough, episode 1. Hero drinks are broken.
End of walkthrough. Exactly how it goes. But wait, there's more.
See, but this is cool. This part's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, how awesome is that you're just sitting on 1 health? Seriously, how awesome is that? Seriously,
you really did come down to literally nothing.
Seriously, how
before
awesome
you finished
is that?
killing him.
This part, awesome.
Yep.
That fight, stupid. This part, awesome. If they skipped the fight, went to this, awesome.
Yep, absolutely.
This is all we could do.
Wait, what about Holy? What's gonna happen to the planet?
That, I don't know. Isn't the rest up to the planet?
You're right. We've done all we could do. Get up, Yuffie.
Alright, everyone. It's no use thinking about it. We'll leave all our worries here. Let's go home proud. We may die. And that's okay.
But at least we lived.
But we lived to die.
Yes. We have fulfilled prophecies and stuff. What happened?
I feel it.
What?
He's still here. Still...
Cloud?
He's laughing.
Whoa! Cloud! Not again!
Now, there's some debate for interpretation, but I've always taken this. Not that Sephiroth is alive, not that he's still there, not that Cloud is going to fight Sephiroth as a person.
Right.
He's going to fight him as an idea. This, to me, has always symbolized the moment when Cloud fully rejects the whole, Sephiroth as being part of him being part of Sephiroth.
Right.
Granted, in the future games, they always played back and forth off of that, but I don't think they ever intended on fleshing the game out past this point. Mm-hmm. This, to me, was always a symbolic moment that Cloud's like, you're no longer a part of me. Get out.
Yeah, get out of my brain. Get out of my life. Which makes sense.
This is what, for me, and again, it's interpretation. That's just how I've interpreted it.
I mean, it makes sense that way, because Cloud and Sephiroth have always been kind of connected in one way, shape, or form. Mm-hmm. So, if he's finally able to get him out of there, then he's officially beaten his past.
And again, whether or not you ever got it, saw it, did it, doesn't matter. This will always be the same thing. Yep. You will notice I didn't even go back to get it yet. Here it is. You will always do an Omnislash there. Either that or get hit once and nearly die and counter with a hit. Way cooler to do it this way. Also, side note, with a properly built Cloud, if you follow the rules, Omnislash, save for Sephiroth, and you win.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Actually, with a properly built Cloud, Omnislash anything,
You win.
You win.
Yeah. And not for nothing also, but just that last fight against Sephiroth, he has 1 HP.
Yep.
Ha! How do you like it, jerk?
I think that's like the first bit of blood you ever see
in the game.
In the whole game.
Yeah.
It was like the first little bit of blood you ever see.
Yeah, because Aeris doesn't bleed.
Nope. Unlike Final Fantasy VIII, where they lead off with that.
Oh, yeah.
They're just like, have the blood.
Well, that's how
have
Squall
all
gets his
the blood.
Yeah. Slice right in his face. Because Cypher's a first-class jerk nozzle.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is.
Yep. And this is the ending.
Yeah.
Dude.
I can't believe it. Live stream? This is the other reason why, to me, this happened in Cloud's head.
Mm-hmm.
Because he hasn't moved.
Oh, that's true. Like, he hasn't gone
His
anywhere.
body hasn't moved. That's why it's always been, to me, in his head.
Yeah. And it's also like, when he went to fight Sephiroth, it was like his spirit came out of him, or his soul, or something like that. He astral projected, or something like that. I don't even know who's talking. We're just letting them.
I'm just gonna let them do
their thing. Yeah. But you can kind of see the mouth move to get an idea who could be talking.
Now, can we just draw attention to the fact that Cloud is one arm pulling himself and Tifa up?
Yeah.
Without, like, so much as a second thought. It's just whatever.
Yeah, he's sitting there thinking about, like, I think I know the answer. Like, having, like, these, like, mental breakthroughs, but he's hanging there with one arm with him and Tifa. And most of her weight's in her chest, so it's, like, it's kind of difficult. It always makes me wonder how they're going to change her, if they're going to change her around at all.
You know,
if remake is ever going to happen.
You know what? I've actually heard a lot of people talking about it. I hope they don't.
Really?
Because I think there's like a power for women in something like that. Like, it's not. I mean, yeah, I'm sure there are people out there, but like, even for me, like, she's just a strong woman.
Mm-hmm.
Like, her figure has nothing to do with her character. Yes, that's her figure, but, like, has nothing to do with who she is. And I think it would be an important message to be like, look, just she's, like, got a large chest doesn't mean that she's not a badass and doesn't, like, knock the crap out of anybody.
Right.
You know, do I think they should use the model they use in Advent Children? Yes, because I think she's not as...
more realistic?
Yeah, like she feels like a real person.
Yeah.
But I don't think that they should do anything wild and crazy. I think, like, they have a very good representation of who she is in that.
But there's always going to be people that complain. That's just
no matter
how it
one
is.
way or another, everybody's going to complain.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of what you complain about.
Right.
You complain they didn't change, or you complain they did change. You complain they kept it the same, you complain they changed it. It doesn't matter.
Exactly. Man, I could use a sequel to this game. Ah, man, the sequel's exactly the same as the first. I hate it.
Why would they even do that? Or then they make the sequel and it's totally different. They're like, why would they? Like, the first one fit. Why would they change it?
Yeah. Make up your damn mind.
You're damned if you do. You're damned if you don't.
Right. But either way, but it makes money either way.
This has always been an interesting scene to me.
Well, with Marlene being able to sense Aeris.
Yep.
Do you think that maybe she is part ancient or something like that? And
I do think that there is something more about her, which is unfortunate because I think her as a character could have been amazingly fleshed out.
Right.
But she was mentioned as like, you know, like Barrett's daughter and Dean's actual daughter.
Yeah.
And that was about it. And like having that moment there, it feels like you could have fleshed out such an amazing character, and it just never happened, unfortunately.
And didn't they also like mention it again in what was it? Advent Children? Didn't she like? I feel like there was a scene in there then where she sensed Flower Girl at some point. I don't know if it was a flashback or if it was actually part of the main story.
No, it was part of the story.
So they obviously have some intention or had, but I'm pretty sure it all got kiboshed after Crisis Core, actually, because Dirge came out after. Dirge was the first one to come out, which the secret ending to that set up the second Sephiroth. Crisis Core, I don't remember his name, that's the only reason I'm saying it like that. Crisis Core, I think, explored more of Sephiroth's backstory, plus, all the experiments with him, and then that was it. Then it was over. And yeah, the Advent Children, that technically takes place before Dirge, so between this and Dirge.
Yeah.
I'd have to say, the only other Final Fantasy game out there that has this much storyline is 10 and 13.
And I don't know why 13 has that much story.
I don't either. I really don't.
I was not a fan of Final Hallway 13. I really wasn't.
Just keep going straight down.
Because you know what's funny? It's like, when you think about it, Final Fantasy X was a hallway.
Yeah.
But, it never, for me, it never felt like it. I still could maneuver around. There was still, little things to do. But I felt like from start to finish with 13, I was moving exactly where they wanted me to.
Mm-hmm.
And that was just...
That was it. That was it. How much of 13 did you play?
20 hours, maybe.
Wow. I don't know how much I played. I know... So, when 13 was first released on the Xbox 360 at the time, when I had that, it was a 4-disc game.
Yeah, it was huge.
And I beat the first disc, I don't know how many hours that was, and I just had no desire to continue playing it at all. Nothing about that game interests me at all.
I mean, the game had, a 26-hour tutorial.
Yeah!
And people are like, oh, get through the tutorial, it's good. I'm like, why am I going to play a game for that long just to get through? No!
Now look, don't get me wrong. I'm not one to shy against long tutorials. I'm a Kingdom Hearts fan. Kingdom Hearts 2. Come on, seriously.
I'm sure it takes 4 hours to see the title screen.
Right, exactly. What game on my... Oh, that's right! I forgot what I was playing. So I can't really, crap on it for having a super long tutorial, but there was nothing about it that hooked me. There was nothing about it that interests me. So, I know there's people out there that think 13 is their favorite game. I didn't mean
you're
to
wrong. You're wrong.
I didn't mean to say it that way. They think that it's their favorite game, but little do they know.
I mean, if you're a fan of 13, then by all means go for it. It just, for me, it never resonated. And I remember, too, I was so excited when the game came out.
Yep.
I was so excited. And maybe that was partly my fault. Maybe I got myself too hyped up for it, and then it didn't live up to, in my head, what I thought it was going to be, but...
The expectations got destroyed.
They did.
Yeah.
They did.
Sad.
The best character in that game was the chocobo who lived in whoever it was his hair.
No, I mean, I liked Lightning. Lightning was cool. She was a cool main character. But everyone else, I was like, it's forgettable.
Was a female.
And that's wrong.
It was, actually.
Please do not hate me in the comments for what he just said right there. This is Paul, so specify to him if you disagree with that opinion.
Don't. I only speak on behalf of Metal Band.
Oh.
That's everything I do is cleared with him before it leaves my mouth. We have scripts that we're reading from. None of this is off the top of my head. He told me to say it.
I can neither confirm nor deny any of those accusations. Oh boy. But anyway, we finally did it. Holy crap, we have achieved what everybody that starts a game sets out to do. To see the ending credits. It took us over 2 years to do this.
50 hours in game time.
Yeah, right? Definitely longer than that,
No,
otherwise.
no, to be fair, probably a lot of those 50 hours were us
before and after.
We were, he would finish up the audio. He would do whatever he does with that.
Yeah.
He'd do whatever he does with the video, and we just had the game sitting there.
Yeah.
And it was just sitting there for 15 minutes each time.
Maybe you do a little bit of grinding or something. Who knows?
Waiting for something to happen.
Yeah. So, any thoughts you want to give to this? Any final thoughts? Anything you want to say?
This game. This freaking game. I love it. I hate it. But it's a good game. Granted, when I started this, it still is one of my favorite RPGs ever. But when I started it, it was weird because I wasn't playing it like me. Like I was playing it more for an audience rather than like me, because you gotta understand what I do normally, and I'm serious. As soon as I start the game, I go into the first Mako reactor, and I don't leave until Cloud has Meteor Rain. It's just what I do. So it's weird playing it again in terms of like what would be considered like a normal playthrough. Like, yeah, there was a little bit of grinding here and there.
Right.
But it was just like you would play an RPG start to finish. So it was actually kind of weird doing it like that, but a little enjoyable.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad it's over. I was ready for it to be over. I was ready for it to be over
months ago?
A year ago?
Yeah.
But like, you know,
life happens, but
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like I said in the beginning, jobs were lost, jobs were gained, and
it happens.
It happens.
Yeah.
But no, it feels good. I don't think that's gonna be it for me.
No.
I'll probably be on doing other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I already have been.
Yeah.
But I think I don't know. There's a prototype idea that whatever you said it, I'm saying it, that Chris and I have been tossing around.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna promise anything, but there may or may not be a series starting. We're still working on it. I'm still throwing it around in my head. It's gonna be more retro. Just to throw it out there, the Nintendo 64 is my favorite video game system ever. And I've been tossing around with him the idea of possibly me playing stuff and him throwing it on his channel. Kind of a win-win. I don't have to worry about too much of the mechanical stuff. He gets videos that he gets to post on a pretty regular basis. See what happens. Again, it's a prototype idea, nothing concrete, but...
Yeah, last time we promised stuff at the end of these things, it didn't really flourish, so it's just kind of out there, kind of a thought process,
We both have sat down and talked about it, and we for sure want to do an Ocarina of Time Master Quest run.
Absolutely.
We've both talked about it. I'm even debating depending on how that goes, I'm even debating making him play Majora's Mask, because he's never played it.
Which would be a lot of fun. I want to get OT out of the way, but definitely would do Majora's Mask.
But for definitely for the beginning, I mean, we're both playing through the Master Quest ourselves alone to try to refamiliarize ourselves with it. It's been a long time since I played that one.
Plus, you've never completed them. Technically,
no, I have never.
You've never 100% completed them.
A Link Between Worlds.
Yeah.
And honestly, Breath of the Wild, I think, are the only two Zelda games, where I have gotten all the heart pieces, all like the upgrades you can do. I never got all the heart pieces in Ocarina of Time. I never got all the gold skull tolls in Ocarina of Time. I never got all the heart pieces in Majora's Mask. I never got all the heart pieces. Something to think about.
Yeah, something to think about.
But Ocarina of Time Master Quest is definitely coming. It's just right now we're still drawing out the when, where, and how.
Yep.
That's where we're at right now. But it is definitely happening.
As far as Final Fantasies go, this is it. I know we at one time thought we were going to do Final Fantasy X.
10, yeah.
But that's... After this, 10 I think is...
I think what it was with this is
it's a lot.
It's a big game. There's a lot of story stuff, at least with something like Ocarina of Time. Yeah, there's story stuff, but a lot of it is just like quick little bang outs of something, and then go kill stuff with a sword.
Yep.
And that's that. So I don't think there's going to be another massively involved game like this again.
Not at all.
But definitely, we're definitely on Ocarina of Time, and probably I would even venture as to say there would probably be like little one-off shoots of things happening, like just like an episode of, not even like a story-driven game, just like something stupid that you would just play around on.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah,
all in all, pretty good.
Good.
Pretty good.
I'm glad that you enjoyed it. It's been a pleasure having you on this, and I know a lot of you out there listening to this have enjoyed the banter between Paul and myself. We are very good chemistry, bouncing back and forth and everything. And we're also playing a game that we both enjoy. Like, me personally, I've only beaten Final Fantasy VII like a handful of times, like nowhere near as much as he has. And I'd actually forgotten about most of the story playing through it. So it was really cool being able to go back through and seeing it all and all the fine details and knowing what I know now, going into it, seeing it again, and seeing how it plays off of each other and everything, and how you can see it foreshadows things, but you don't know it foreshadows things until you play through the whole game. So it was a lot of fun seeing all that, and then I was like learning stuff about characters and everything. So I liked telling him all the stats of stuff, and then you learning things about characters because you just kind of bustled your way through it. He
goes on about like how much HP this guy has, that guy has.
Yeah, you don't care.
I've always been like, oh, that guy takes 4 whacks to kill him.
Yeah, right. Which works just the same. But then it turns around, like in one of our very early videos, it was, hey, that guy has a new rod for Aeris. Why don't you steal it? Okay, steal it, put it on Aeris. She has a higher attack than Cloud does for those like few points.
That was fantastic.
So here's a 5 years later thing. Red with his children. So Red's... See, this also doesn't work because I think this contradicts... Because I want to say 5 years later is when Dirge of Cerberus happens, which means...
500.
No! Did it say 500?
Yeah, this is 500.
Oh, I saw Red 5. Okay, thank you. Thank you for pointing that out then. So everything has already happened. The story has been long since over. Red is very old. That is still Red, right? Yeah. I can't tell through the pixelation what that tattoo on his arm says.
Now, but again, like, you know, this is symbolizing, okay, and like, since then, people have lived in the city still, and they've done their best to rebuild it. So it's like, I think what they did was, they took what they thought was going to be the ending, but then they were like, well, people like the story, so I guess we should make something else.
Yeah, right.
And they just sort of like, took liberties to, no, that never happened.
Yeah, because generally Final Fantasies are supposed to end just there. Like, that's it. And the next Final Fantasy is something else.
Yeah.
But this one obviously had a life of its own and grew into something much, much more. But in any event, this has been a great journey. I hope you out there have enjoyed it as well as Paul and I have gone through the storyline of Final Fantasy VII. There was a lot that I wish that we could have done, but obviously we couldn't have because of certain situations and everything. One day, maybe I'll be able to get it through my own means or something like that, you know, because this is still technically my system, so I can go back and just get it at any point. I would like to beat Ruby and Emerald at some point as well. That would be nice.
They're fun. They're fun.
Yeah. Though I would like to have you next to me when I do that. But that could be something, another one-off thing that we talked about.
But that's what I mean. Like something fun like that.
I could just set it, because now I can go back and get out of here and grind myself up to level 99 and actually prep myself for these fights. Rather than having to worry about it otherwise. So...
Yep.
But out there, thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave your comments down below. Let me know what you thought of this entire series. Now that it's finally done, yay, hurrah! Let us know if you're excited about anything else that Paul and I will be doing in the future, as we mentioned, the Ocarina of Time or the one-offs or whatever. And as always, rate, comment, and like, rate, comment, all that other good stuff. It's been a while since I've actually done my outro.
I was going to say, you don't even know your own outro.
It's tough like that. Main thing, though... Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you can get equipped with me, Metal Blade 427. Be prepared for all types of other great Let's Plays, walkthroughs, guides, tips, tricks, and all that other stuff coming out of my channel in the future. And until then, we thank you. You want to say thank you or any other final words?
Yeah. Thanks for watching. Thanks for like being pretty positive and supporting on the whole thing. It's been an interesting venture for me doing this. It's been very interesting, and I appreciate the support.
Alright, awesome. Well, in that case, then, we will catch you guys in the next one, as this is our final Victory Fanfare.